Does this seem familiar to you? Yes, this is an electron configuration of a specific element. On your previous lesson, you've learned about how to write electron configuration of elements. But do you know that you can actually predict the location of an element using just its electron configuration? That will be the topic for our video today. In this video, you're going to learn how to predict the location of an element using its electron configuration. So before we start, I would like you to be familiarized with these positions. I would like you to memorize the location of the S, P, D, and F block in the periodic table of elements. You are welcome to pause this video as you familiarize and memorize the location of each block. I hope you're now ready because we're about to start with our first example. In this example, we have this electron configuration: 1s2, 2s2, and 2p4. So the first thing that you need to do is to look at the last orbital. In this case, the last orbital is 2p4. Based from this information, we now know that this certain element is located at the p block. Based from my picture that I showed you earlier, where is p block located? That is right. The p block is located on this side of the periodic table. Next thing you need to take note of is the coefficient of the last orbital. The coefficient of the last orbital is number 2. The coefficient signifies the period number of the element. Since the coefficient is number 2, it means that this certain element can be found on period number 2. Based from the informations that we've gathered, we know now that this certain element can be found on this part of the periodic table and is located at the second period. To further pinpoint the location of the element, next thing that we need to do is to add up all the superscripts. So we're going to add this number, 2 plus 2 plus 4. It will give you an answer of 8. This number signifies the atomic number of that certain element. And it is easy to figure out where the location is because we just need to count the boxes to determine where it is located. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This means that this element is located in that position of the periodic table. And since we know already its atomic number, it is number 8, and the element that has this atomic number is oxygen. Just by looking at its electron configuration, we can pinpoint now the exact location of the element. Oxygen is located at period number 2, and it is located at group 6A. And that is how we locate the element in the periodic table using its electron configuration. Let's try another example. Try to answer this one on your own. You are welcome to pause this video as you try to pinpoint the location of these elements and to identify what element has this electron configuration. You are welcome to pause this video as you answer the questions. Let's check whether your answer is correct. So the first thing you need to do is to pinpoint the last orbital in this electron configuration. In this case, the last orbital is 4s2. Now we know that the element is located at the s block. And where is the s block located? That's right. The s block is on this part of the periodic table. Next is we need to look at the coefficient of the last orbital. In this case, the coefficient is number 4. So this means that the element can be found on period number 4. So far, based from the information we've gathered, we know already that this element can be found on this side of the periodic table and is located at period number 4. Let's pinpoint now the exact location of the element. Let's add all the superscripts so that we can determine its atomic number. If we add this number up, it will give you an answer of 20. So try counting the boxes, and then you will determine that the 20th box in the periodic table is located here. And since we know already that the atomic number of this element is 20, we can determine that this element is calcium. Its location in the periodic table is at period 4 at group 2A. It is easy, right? Let's have one more example. Try to answer this one on your own. You are welcome to pause this video as you locate the element in the periodic table. Let's check whether your answer is correct. The first thing you need to do is to look at the last orbital. So in this case, the last orbital is 5p5. We know already that the element is located at the p block. It's located in this side of the periodic table. Next, we need to look at the coefficient of the last orbital, and that is number 5. It means that this element can be found on period number 5 of the periodic table. Next, let's add all the superscripts. It will give you an answer of 53. This means that this certain element is located at the 53rd box of the periodic table. This element also has an atomic number of 53. It means that it is located right over here, and that this element is iodine. Based from its electron configuration, we can determine that this element's position in the periodic table is at period number 5 and is located in group 7A. Do you have any questions? You may message your science teacher if you have further inquiries about this lesson. If you're ready, you may start in answering the activity found on your lesson package. Thank you, and I will see you again on our next video.